Porsha ready to steal somebody else's husband. Yours? Yours? Sweetie me again. Sweetie me again. Record that. Record that. Then also, who else do we have? There's a new girl named Angela Oakley. Now I don't know Angela, but I hear her husband is everything. I hear her husband is everything. I hear her husband is everything. I just feel like, even though you may not be married, it's just some things are just common sense of how to behave around a married couple. And for me, I don't even like to stand and look someone's husband eye to eye and carry on more than a 3-minute conversation. So when we go to exchange telephone numbers, like I was telling somebody the other day, every type of communication that you have with this couple needs to go through the wife. You should know that at some point in your life. And if you overstep that boundary, then your intentions were wrong from the beginning.
What's up, my Finna loves? It's Miss Finna D coming to you all from Entertainment News. Now, last night and very early morning, should I say, when most of you were still sleeping, I broke the story about Porsha airport situation. And I'm going to include what I said happened in the beginning. And then I did promise in that video that, hey, this story is still developing. Once we find out what exactly happened, I will come back with an update. So here I am back with that update. So let's start from the beginning, and then I'm going to give you all the update in the middle. Let's get into it. Child People Magazine, November 17, 2025, 9:27 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, when this article was published. Title: Porsha Williams escorted off Delta flight by police, FBI investigating. Alright, so let's get into this article, child. Hot mess, Porsha. What done happened, girl? Porsha Williams was reportedly escorted off a Delta Airlines flight on Sunday, November 16th. So this happened on Sunday, and all of that happened, and she went and did that post because she knew, I guess, this was coming. The Federal Bureau of Investigation of Atlanta is now investigating the incident. The reality star was seen walking out of the gate with an officer who she spoke with briefly after getting off the plane, according to TMZ. FBI Atlanta is aware of incident on a Delta flight on November 16th, allegedly involving Porsha Williams and or at least one other person. A spokesperson for FBI Atlanta told the outlet, "We are looking to see whether any federal charges may or may not apply." A Delta representative confirmed that 2 passengers were involved and that the flight continued and landed in Atlanta as scheduled, according to TMZ. The nature of the incident is not known. And now we know what happened. So Porsha lawyer released a statement that Porsha was verbally assaulted by an irate and unhinged passenger, okay? And basically saying that Porsha did not provoke this person, did not do anything, and this person just randomly saw Porsha and decided to go off on Porsha. The passenger then proceeded to make false allegations that were in direct conflict with observations from several eyewitnesses, okay? As with any incident occurring aboard an aircraft, federal authorities are required to conduct an investigation involving all parties to determine what, if any, offenses occurred. And the lawyer continued, Porsha has every intention of cooperating with law enforcement to whatever extent necessary and remains confident that the passenger will be charged. Now, coincidence much? Because when all of this was going on, Porsha Williams' ex-husband, Simon, was at an air show in Dubai. And he captioned his post, Dubai Air Show 2nd year in a row. And he posted this video right here. So at first, no big deal because he posted this way ahead of all of this mess. And okay, he's really at an air show, living his life, doing his thing and all of that. But then, of course, in the midst of everything, he came back and posted another video. And then he wrote no caption, needed, hashtag no cap. So of course people took these posts and ran with it. What are the odds that your ex is being pulled off the plane, being investigated and all of that, and here you are posting, videos of different aircrafts and all of that, basically insinuating I'm over here living my life and getting on them, enjoying the air show while you're out there being pulled out of planes. And I'm just like, I know that people reach with all of this. However, the reason why people be reaching sometimes is because Simon is petty. The both of them are petty, and the both of them deserve each other. Also, as long as Porsha is still in that house that man worked so hard for, paid for, made a down payment and all of that, he will continue to be this way. Okay. Does that mean I'm saying, oh yeah, you go ahead and be petty and continue to throw little jabs and whatever here and there to your ex-wife? Absolutely not. I'm just saying exactly what it is, being petty. And like I said, the first post might have been a coincidence because the timestamp just don't match up. But the second one, yeah. Anyways, although this part is not necessary, you will be surprised. That's the day and age we're living in, okay? Me saying someone being pulled off the plane doesn't mean they were literally pulled, dragged, and all of that. No, we clearly saw Porsha walking off the plane and talking to the officers, and that was it, okay? So using the word pulled, I'm not talking about she was literally pulled off the plane. Most of you saw the video in the first video I posted. I'm not using too much of the video in here because sometimes, those networks and places might let you slide the first time, but then it's like next thing you know, your video starts getting all of these different copyright strikes and all of that because you're using our video from the airport. So that's why I'm using, this still image instead. But for those of you who were up and watch the first video, you can click the link in the description below to see it in the first video. But I think I included a shorter clip in here. Like I said earlier, this story is still developing because, one person saying this over here, Porsha is saying this a lie, and I'm sure after their investigation, I'll come back and bring some closure to the whole topic. Yes, we know that Porsha history of fighting on the Real Housewives of Atlanta and on her spinoff is not helping, but as much as she travels, I don't think she's gonna risk being placed on that, like I said, no fly list and having to waste money on private jets because they are not cheap, okay? But like I said, who knows? You can't put anything past, Porsha, all of that. So we shall see. I'm not going to jump to conclusion. When the investigation is completed, I'll be back, like I previously said, to bring closure to the entire topic. I'm wishing all of you well and take care. My loves, thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.